Now, as we close 2020, may it be a year we never repeat, but let us also appreciate the moments that we've had. And there have been many special moments, and it's been emotional and hard and challenging, but in that, I think certainly there's more good than bad.
Bob Baffert is unstoppable as Mucho Gusto and Irad Ortiz Jr., authoritative winners of the Pegasus World Cup.
And I think that was the first week of March. And so you had all this momentum, and then we shut down.
Frankly, we were scared. I mean, we were apprehensive. I think that both Keeneland and us, were legitimately concerned about, what do we do for our customers, the breeders who have this inventory of horses, and how do we make sure that we maximize the opportunity to efficiently and effectively sell these horses.
There was so much fear in the backstretch community. There was a lot of panic, just not uncertainty and people not understanding or what was happening and what was going to happen to them. When they canceled racing, I think that's when the panic set in.
2020 started as it always does with this is going to be our year, this is going to be great, and then slowly but surely it fell apart. The pandemic was the first thing to hit, and obviously for us it's not just a racetrack or a group, it's multiples, because we have so many racetracks and we have so many training centers. Operating a business is brutal at the best of times. It's brutal when you're then going through a pandemic, and I think a racetrack, which is people out of the industry don't comprehend that it's not just us. Everyone at the track, from a horseman's perspective, they're their own industry, their own business, right? They've got their own staff, their own families, their own problems. So it kind of wears on you a little bit.
To Claiborne's great credit, they had a very large following, I guess Facebook and Instagram following that they've been nurturing for years, did a virtual tour, and it was wildly successful. So with the encouragement of Horse Country and the model of Claiborne, we did our first virtual tour. The feedback was really wonderful and really special, and people were so appreciative of just having a little escape, and one led to two, and I think during that time we were all looking for a little purpose for a period of time that lacked it in a way, and how we can contribute or give back.
We had to go through kind of extraordinary hoops to get open. Luckily, and I think it was off the back of 19, the Horsemen, again, and all of the stakeholders, we were kind of pulled together. We created the first sports bubble, which was, looking back, was really cool. And yeah, we was touch and go for a long time, but again, doing the right thing, and just keep doing the right thing as often as you can.
We didn't stop working. We realized we were not going to be able to stop serving them. We couldn't work remote. It wasn't going to work for this community. We needed to stay on site. So we were really the only charity at Belmont that stayed here the entire time. When we first did the first commercial, we did not expect so many people to respond. It was awesome to see how many people cared enough to send a donation, regardless of the size. I mean, we were just like, wow, that all these people were just responding. They wanted to know more. They wanted to know how they could help. And I'm just so grateful that that happened.
Rushing Fall with a narrow lead and deep stretch of the Coolmore Jenny Wiley. Juliet Foxtrot is running on late. Jolie Olympic is still there to the inside. Rushing Fall, Grade 1 winner.
It's Tiz the Law. He won the Belmont Stakes. He's going to win the Run Happy Travers. And now it's on to Kentucky as the favorite in the Derby. Here he is, Saratoga's hometown hero, Tiz the Law.
You've done everything humanly possible to try to address the situation and to provide every opportunity for people to participate in the marketplace. But you don't ever know until until quote unquote the game is played or the kickoff takes place. And I think it was just the overwhelming sense of relief, and people gave us the opportunity. They trusted us with nice horses, and as a result, I think that we were able to have a legitimate sale to start the yearling sale season.
Swiss Skydiver inside, Authentic outside, they're nose to nose, all the way to the wire, and it is going to be a photo finish.
2020 with Swiss Skydiver has been an amazing year. We had to adapt to the pandemic. We had a filly that was very adaptable and very talented, and she was just a real superstar. And I certainly hope 2021's better than 2020 for everybody, but I had a pretty good 2020 myself.
Zero fatalities is amazing. There are always going to be accidents, so you can't, you can just do your best there and make sure that it's not the norm. It's the exception when things go wrong. It shows what can happen when everybody pulls together, and it's testament to the seriousness of everyone. Right, the whole team here took it so seriously. It wasn't even our jobs on the line. It was the great race place and horse racing to a certain degree. Right, it was super cool that we managed to end on the note we ended on, but 10 months a year we train here. It's a long, long time, right? So we didn't stop really to drink champagne or celebrate. It was like, that was a good thing. Now we've got to keep the pressure on and keep going.
It's Authentic in front. He won the Derby. He won the Breeders' Cup Classic. He's Authentic indeed. He won it by 2.5.
I think we in general have been very appreciative of being able to have racing. Yes, it was really sad that we couldn't go to Saratoga. I mean, it was really sad that we couldn't go racing, but there still was racing. We were still captured by Tiz the Law, and we were still then, blown away by Authentic and his rise. So, I mean, as we step back and think about the year and those races, I do think that we're all in this together. And I think that attitude is kind of, bubbled up more to the surface than maybe it had previously.
One thing I think it's become apparent to me is just how interconnected we are with the horsemen. And, if we're doing well, hopefully they're doing better. If they're doing bad, we're certainly doing bad. And I think that's something that I'll carry with me for as long as I've got a job, I guess, in this industry, because that's one of the most important things. I think if you understand how delicate the ecosystem is and how important the horsemen are, then you got a better shot of doing okay.
I think we all have to keep in mind that the love and passion that people have for the horse and for racing. And at the end of the day, when we're trying to make decisions, both short-term and long-term, we've got to do what's right for the horse, and we've got to do what's right for racing. And we've got to have a little bit broader perspective.
As the resources come in, we push them right out to be able to serve the community. And I am a firm believer that when we do that, when we invest in the community, the more blessings will come, more resources will come, so then we can continue to do more and continue to serve.
Happy holidays to all. I think that we should all look forward to 2021 and beyond with great hope and great enthusiasm, but also recognize that we've got to continue to do a lot of things we've got to do better. And if we do better, the industry can continue to grow, the industry can prosper.
behalf of myself, Belinda, Craig, the whole of the Strana group, all of the tracks, I want to wish you all a happy holidays. Hopefully, I know there's a lot of you, including myself, who can't be with your family for different reasons. But hopefully this thing will be past us and we can make up for it and have twice the fun next year. So God bless everyone and have a great time.
Wishing everybody out there a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday, Happy New Year, and may racing be even better in 2021.
I'd like to wish everyone a very, very Merry Christmas. I hope that this Christmas is like no other, filled with joy and laughter. So God bless and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
I hope the holiday season, while it is different, may it be joyous and reflective and peaceful, and look forward to seeing everyone in 2021.